20th. We went 2-0 yesterday, putting us at 16-10 over the last 13 days. Both games yesterday were underdogs. Today we're going back to playing a couple more underdogs. First one I have here is Minnesota. I just did my notes probably 15 minutes ago to get prepared for this and do this little video. And at that point, Minnesota was plus 110. They're already down to plus 105 at 43% of the split. So the line is moving backwards a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Breaking this game down, you've got the Passan model at 4-4. It's always interesting, not really overly relevant to me. Last 10 games, both teams are in that 5 to 6 wins in the last 10 games, which puts them both teams in that 50% range over the last 30 days at 60 and 60 and negative 4.9 units. So there's nothing there to really look at. The split percentage is at 43% at 32 and 31 and negative 0.25, a quarter of a unit basically over the last month. There is a little bit of reverse line movement, so it seems like there's a little bit bigger money on Minnesota, even though they're the dog, which is always encouraging. Road dogs over the last 30 days are hitting 40% at 67 and 99, but only at negative 8.9 units. It's amazing how dogs with getting plus money can keep you in the positive units, even when they're losing under 50 or hitting less than 50%. The pitchers is really where I like this game, and that's kind of always the case. Typically on the whip, you can see the whip from over here. It's got a 1.13 whip at 60%, which, pitchers under a 1.31 whip over the last 30 days are hitting 60% at 90 and 59 and plus 3.7 units. Whereas you look at Green down here on Cincinnati, he's got a 1.40 whip, which goes into the mid tier for me at 40% win percentage over the last month at 67 and 99. And negative 8.9 units. And then the ERAs. The ERAs, you got Ober at 3.67, which has it actually falls in the same range actually as Green, because my ranges are basically 0 to 3.5 ERA, 3.5 to 4.5, and then above 4.5. Next year I'm going to break them down into smaller increments, but for now, both these pitchers fall in the same range of between 3.5 and 4.5 ERA, which has a win percentage of 49% over the last 30 days at 62 and 65 and negative 12 units. The road home thing is actually exactly 37 and 40 on both sides. This game comes down to the fact that I like playing on this side of the betting percentage. I like the better pitcher. I feel like Minnesota's a slightly better team late in the year. They've been trending up. Cincinnati's okay. I mean, both these teams are really, really comparable on paper, but I'll take the plus money. I follow the trends, and the trends say there's a slight advantage here. I'm going to go back on this one to a unit. I'm not going to bet 2 units on this game today. I want to, but I'm going to just stick to a unit. I feel like it's not as high a probability as I'd like it to be, even though the predictive confidence is, it's about 50% higher on Minnesota than it is on Cincinnati. The second game I have for you is Baltimore. I bet Baltimore yesterday. They were plus 130 yesterday. I was so giddy about that. Actually, this line has moved on me a minute ago. Geez, mine was at minus 105 a minute ago. The lines are moving on me. Anyway, let's break this one down. I don't even have a favorite. I thought this was going to be a favorite. An underdog. So I guess I'm playing one underdog. It's a slight underdog, and I got one favorite today. So I'll stick to the plan on the teams I'm picking. The Passan model, even 5 to 5. Last 10 games, like I said, Baltimore would fall into that 5-5 range at 50% I mentioned before. Houston at 4-6 falls into a 41% range over the last 30 days. You can see Bradish has a 1.09 whip, which puts him at a very high range of 60%. But Javier also is in that same range at 1.29 at also 60%. So that's a wash. Go to the ERAs. You got Bradish at 3.12. That's got a under 3.5 ERA, which has a 63% win percentage over the last month at 83 and 48 plus 16 units, which is great. Javier's got he's got a ERA of 4.74, which is only 38% over the last month at 52 and 84, negative 24 units. The money it was at 67% of the bets a minute ago when I looked at it. It's already down to 60. So the money seems to be, it's weird. It's the split is dropping on Baltimore. So it looks like there's a little bit of, it's a little bizarre, the line movement here. Anyway, 67% of the split. I don't have that number in front of me, so we'll skip it today. The road dogs, again, like I said, are at 40%. Bradish is a really good pitcher. He's a little bit better than Javier. And look at the road records. Baltimore's a great team. They're 95 and 56. They're 24 games over 500 on the road, whereas Houston's basically one game under. I think this game will be close. These are both really good teams. It's hard to pick. At minus 125, I really would have loved to got it at basically minus 105, which it was 15 minutes ago, but the line's moving on me. So I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna get on Baltimore for 2 units. I'm gonna get on Minnesota for 1 unit, and that's it. Let's get 2 more wins. Let's close out this year with a bankroll slightly bigger than it was, this week, and just keep growing it like we have been. And the grind continues, but the bankroll grows with it. And let's have some fun and make some money. All right, bye.